going on, everybody? I'm Screwgo Joe here with Mr. Pixels and DeFi Sean, and welcome to Moon Monday. Guys new on YouTube, make sure to go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, move it over to the little alerts, put it on all, just to be notified when we have these live streams. If you're listening over on Twitter, go ahead and hit that follow button. It's real simple and real easy. And if you are on Twitch, hit the follow button.
What's up, everybody? Back for another Moon Monday. Things are sure getting pretty exciting around here. Excited for another awesome episode. Hope everybody had a great weekend. How you doing, Sean? How about you?
Doing well. How about you guys?
Good, man. Good. Been a crazy weekend. Hectic. So much going on. The closer it gets, obviously, the more you're like, all right, let's go. Oh my God, it's here, right? It's coming. So it's like you're never truly ready, are you? But we'll keep plowing on. It's like shoveling shit against the tide sometimes, as we would say back home, but we will plow on anyway. But been awesome. Progress has been amazing. Awesome. I'm pumped, dude. I'm pumped. How about you boys?
Oh yeah, I cannot wait. Been waiting for this forever. Don't know if we said it, but obviously make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, repost button, reshare button, all those buttons so that everyone can especially watch this one. Of course, as everyone knows, this has been a very exciting past week. Community got together, was testing Lunar Pump Fun. We actually went to MainNet yesterday. We launched just a kind of a test token just to make sure that the transfer going to MainNet, everything was good. But with that said, we do have our first piece of promotional content for it, and then we will pick up and talk a little bit more details about the rollout. But yeah, if you want to.
Who doesn't love Moon Boy and Baby Draco? Come on.
As usual, top notch videos and stuff that Mr. P and his crew are pumping out. Definitely makes us stand out for sure.
Yeah, I love it. I'm pumped. I'm hyped. We're live on Solana, baby. Finally, the big rollout is coming.
Yep, and typically you have to get that phantom verification or else you'll get that malicious. But for whatever reason, I don't know if Phantom changed that or what. But yeah, we're not getting it. So yeah, we'll just roll with it because it's a good thing. Personally, I like that they lifted it if they did. I mean, again, this is DeFi. It's up to you, I guess, to determine what site's malicious or not. So yeah, really kind of like how we get to skip that step, I guess you can say. But technically, it is live on MainNet. Anyone can launch a token. Anyone can buy. Anyone can sell. But with that being said, it looks like Thursday is going to be the day where we actually start pushing it. There's a couple little minor things that we have to change. But other than that, Thursday will be when the big push starts to come.
Yeah, dude, I love it. I think that's smart too. I think that's good for us to do that and just give it a little breathing room here. Just allow a little bit of live testing on MainNet too before the big push. So I'm actually very happy about that. Plus, it gives me a little extra time to try and, get a little more content ready for this push too. The more I can stack, the more ammo I can stack, the better for us. So, hey, what's up, Matt? Matt, you there? You're muted. He's a man of few words, but when he does speak, it's very meaningful, I promise.
Yeah, he might be. He's probably driving home from work. He might be having some connection issues.
Yeah, no worries. I'm sure he can pop in there whenever he's ready. But I'm sure he's a very proud man now. One of the chief developers there, chief developer, I guess, really. Running it. So yeah, man, I'm sure Matt is very proud at the moment, getting this knocked out, getting it done. We can obviously, if anybody's got any questions or anything to do with anything, no, Matt will be here as soon as he opens his mic. So any technical stuff, this is the guy. So stack them cues in the comment section, everybody.
Yep. And, we've been dealing with different devs behind the scenes. I know we have a lot of different potential groups that are going to be interested in launching tokens and different things on it. We are also closely working. Yeah, Matt's having some issues. We are also closely working with some other teams to closely push some tokens out. One of them, more than likely, will actually be dropping Thursday as well, with us starting to market it. And that's going to be our ultimate goal. We are only working with teams that want to help us push this platform forward, that can launch a token, that can genuinely launch a token, not to make 100x, but to genuinely help push it, not for them to just make a quick profit, and actually people that, in a lack of a better term, partner with to get this out there. Because seems to be the number one consensus about these launch platforms to literally everybody we talk to is that the only form of marketing for these platforms that genuinely and truly work is having really good mooners come off of the platform. The number one thing I hear, hands down, while we're going to do other stuff, obviously, like we're going to hit X hard and all that stuff, that seems to be the consensus on what you need. You need that token coming off the platform that will absolutely move. It'll go from that 2,000 to that 10 million, 20 million. And that's the ultimate goal. And of course, everyone here, we want everyone to be paying attention to the platform, being able to get into those tokens early and different things like that. But yeah, that's our goal, is to change the DeFi space, to launch some good tokens on a level playing field, a lot more fair, different things like that.
Got a question from BitNoob. He says, working with would be promoted on Lunar Pump Fun since everyone could create a token on it, no?
Yeah. So anyone can create a token at any time. When I say working with, just teams that we're working with in the background that we'll be talking about, probably on the lives and different things like that. When I say working with, but yeah, no one needs our permission or anything. It's a decentralized platform. Anyone can launch a token at any time.
Yeah, and of course, Sean has Krypton calls, marketing as well, and stuff like that. So
exactly.
There's deals that get struck with new tokens all the time. And especially when it's coming off of our own platform. You'll have access to that obviously a little easier than most. So it's good, and it's a great tool to have, right? Having access to those things from within, from in-house is going to be a great benefit to all of the community, right, when they launch. So it's just another upside.
And trying to also utilize Krypton calls and with people that we trust to launch on the platform and different things like that, by offering them free YouTube videos and just free content on all the platforms that we've already built and different things to try to entice people even further to go ahead and launch on our platform. Whatever we have to do, again, to get people using this platform so everyone can actually see the difference between us and everyone else.
And that's usually the main case, dude. A couple of fucking good luck stories, good fortune stories. That's all you need to come out, and enough people will catch on. And if people start hearing good things about, hey, I use the ICO feature over here, dude, and it actually saved our asses on the launch more than you could imagine. And they go on to hold their floor, be steady, and they're a legit community like that. Those stories will spread across quicker than you can think. So we just need to get a couple of those under our belts. The only way we can do it, using our community to go out there, spread the word as much as we can do with all the advertising marketing we're going to do, but also getting the community involved. And you guys are in the trenches, you're in there with everybody else, you're involved in multiple communities. When you see the benefit of this, please encourage others to come, at least at a minimum, come try it out and see what it's like to launch an ICO feature. And we got Matt back in the house.
Yep. And a lot of these devs, the DGen devs, whatever you want to refer to them as, everyone refers to them as something different, but they talk to one another. So I get references for YouTube videos and stuff all the time. such and such from project such and such, told me to hit you up and, get it. So like they talk to one another. If you're trying to launch a token, whether you're trying to launch a token with your community, I've said it a billion times, whether you're trying to do it with your community, whether you're trying to make sure you secure that supply control for your centralized exchange listings and all, it's a no-brainer. You don't have to worry about sniping. You don't have to worry about potentially, because let's be honest, a lot of devs snipe their projects. You don't have to worry about someone getting in ahead of you. It's just the ICO feature just allows you to actually be able to genuinely push your project forward. And again, not have to worry about sniper bots. I can't say it how many times, Joe, we've been with Krypton calls. We've had a big token launch and we get absolutely screwed by these damn sniper bots. Even if someone like in our inner circle is trying to snipe it, someone will sometimes get ahead of them. And it's just like, it never, ever works out, it seems like. But with Lunar Pump Fun, that will definitely change.
And dude, the amount of trust that it's going to build back up, because like and that's the biggest, like the main pressure always is the launch, dude. How is this launch going to go? Because a lot of the time, like you might not know everybody, you like, because you need a lot of people to get involved to do this. So like you don't really know who's who. A lot of time it can be just strangers on the internet. This is just the reality of the space right now. But when you can get in and use this, and people can be like, I don't have to sweat it so much about the launch now, because I know everybody's going to get in at the same price with the same amount based on what they put in, and we're going to be safe. Of course, they can sell after, but like no one's going to be able to like dump 100 wallets in seconds. You know what I mean? So it's like that you're going to have that level of protection, and you're going to have enough time to remain protected and stay vigilant. Before like sniper bot in wrecked done. You know what I mean? So just the amount of trust that will build up amongst the community, like, and I'm just excited to see it once it kind of catches on, and just to see how the culture forms and changes and adapts around it once we get that adoption. Matt, you love sniper bots, I hear. Is that right? Or you hate them?
Yeah, I absolutely hate them. I mean, I don't know how many projects that they have wrecked, just because of a dang sniper bot. And then how many investors get wrecked because they buy on top, and then, they never come out of it. And of course, everybody gets just so depressed whenever the chart just tanks, and it's like nobody's going to buy the chart. Da, da, da. That's what happens because of sniper bots. Now I won't say not every time it ain't the dev that ran the sniper bot, or maybe
Right.
bundled it and act like it was a sniper bot. There's all kinds of things that go on with that. When that happens. But this ICO feature is really gonna really change the game, in my opinion, when it comes to that. So.
Yeah. And I always say too, real quick, because I always like to reiterate this. Always do your own research, though. The ICO option does not automatically mean safe, because again, a developer can launch it, buy up supply, and then dump. Same like you kind of will with a sniper bot. So just know what you're getting yourself into. It's designed for the honest devs and for the communities that want to get in, but still pay attention. I just don't want anyone to be under the impression that they see ICO and that just means buy. So I just like to kind of point that out.
Yeah, I think that's fair, to be honest, because that people always will find somewhere on. So at least at the minimum, be vigilant about like
join
who
the
you're
Telegram.
Going. Yeah, and who you're
ask
getting
questions.
into business with, like who all these people are. Make sure that it's not like, do your bot research, because people bot everything now. So just make sure that you're not in a server full of bots or full of this or full of, whatever it is. Do some level of due diligence on top. I agree with it.
Yep. And another cool feature too is we will have a buy bot available for any community launching by Thursday. So any community that's launching a project, you create your Telegram. We have the Lunar Pump buy bot that you can go ahead and you'll be able to put in your Telegram so that everyone can see the buys coming in. So that will be available.
Nice.
Also, sniper bots. We are going to make sure that the platform does have sniper bots available. But the only difference is, because I see BitNoob asking about the sniper bots, is that the way the ICO is set up, it buys it essentially. Well, Matt, I'll let you explain it. Matt's here. Might as well let Matt explain it, how it actually works to where it's impossible for a sniper bot to actually beat it.
Yeah. So on the ICO, we're not talking about the regular launch, because we have those also. Regular launches, it starts off at the whatever 2,000-3,000 market cap or whatever it is, and first come, first serve. If a sniper bot jumps in first, it's going to get, a ton of tokens for a lot less, right? So we're not talking about the standard launch. We're talking about the ICO launch. So on the ICO launch, what it does is the dev sets it up, whether he wants it in a public form or a whitelist form. Let's go over public first. So public setup, he creates a, ICO, sets the amount of SOL each wallet can put in. Let's say he chooses 1 SOL. So the most you can put in is 1 SOL, and he goes public with it, and it starts up. The way it works is as you buy with ICO, it's basically just filling a wallet that the platform has created. Everybody that buys, that money goes into the wallet and it just keeps stacking up till it hits either A, the timer ends, or B, it hits the max cap for the ICO. When that's the second that hits, that wallet automatically buys the ICO or the chart. So it's the only buy, the first buy with all of the SOL that's collected. So it gets all the tokens it can get with that ICO money, and it evenly distributes according to what you bought. So, like if you bought a Max wallet and got the 1 SOL in, and somebody bought a half a SOL worth, the guy with 1 SOL in is going to get double the tokens the guy with a half a SOL put in, because that's just how it works. It's by weight. So, you get evenly distributed at the market cap that the total reaches from that initial buy. So you can kind of consider it like a dev buy on the regulars, except this is a community buy, right? So everybody gets distributed according to what they put in at the same time. So everybody starts at the same market cap. That's pretty much the easiest way to do it. So now, according to the whitelist, it gets even further involved because those whitelist spots are the only ones that can buy, right? So you don't have anybody in public jumping in. If say you have a public ICO, technically a sniper bot could be set up and it could buy multiple wallets, right? So you have another level of safety net for the community that's a whitelist setup. So there's many options there, but it's trying to make it the fairest possible to where everybody gets in the same price level. So even if a sniper bot jumps in, and buys up, some on a public, you're still going to get in the same price point. So he's still got to wait for other people to buy for the price to go up to profit, right? If a sniper just jumps in and buys a bunch of wallets, big whoop. If he sells them as soon as it goes, live to where it's public trading, he didn't gain nothing. He lost money, right? Because he's still got to pay the fee for buying, and if nobody else buys it, he can't profit. So it kind of gives you that safety net, and that's the big thing about the ICO.
And a quick question just to tee off of that, Matt. I know it's something I kind of thought about too, and I see you see a lot of people coming in, like when it comes to meme tokens. How does that structure affect things like bubble map and this and that, when people come in? Because they're always like, oh, there's one, wallet that has everything. So if you could maybe touch on that as to what people, I'm sure you're familiar with it, right?
Yeah, I'm sure the bubble map is still gonna target that because it's going to be a generalized wallet buy and distribute it. That's not really something that can be really controlled. But the good thing is the feature is known that it's going to do that, right? The ICO is going
Yes.
to make a single purchase and it's going to distribute. So it's a matter of just basically showing and telling and letting people get informed of that's how it works. But as far as actually seeing it, we haven't seen it yet, so I'm not really sure what a bubble map's going to do yet.
Yeah,
I'm just assuming that it's going to look, similar to like a bundle type buy or something like that, and distribute. But until we actually see one and see what the bubble map looks like, it's kind of up in the air.
Okay, cool. Awesome. And there was one other question here, I believe. Can you explain to the new people joining how Lunar Pump Fun Sol will benefit the Infinaeon ecosystem?
Yeah, that's a Sean question. He knows how everything distributes. So
Yeah, so basically, Infinion is essentially the native token of the Lunar Pump Fun platform. The way it's set up is right off the bat. This number will probably go up, but right off the bat, 10% is going to the cha-ching function, which means developers and holders of the platform will automatically get Solana deposited into their wallets just for using, buying and selling, or launching tokens on the platform. Then 50% of the revenue coming in will go towards purchasing Infinion. So it's a huge benefactor. I think Les Bonk did even more than that, if I'm not mistaken, which was highly successful in their community, which is probably a big reason why they spent a month ahead of Pump.Fun. I don't think they are anymore. I'm pretty sure Pump.Fun regained that, but that's probably a big reason, is because the community had a really good reason to get behind the platform. I said it last week. Even if you don't have the Solana to participate in tokens at launch and buys and sells and different things like that, help push the platform. Use the tweet generator, pump out some tweets, like, comments, just help push the platform, because if you're an Infinaeon holder, this platform benefits you exponentially. Like, this platform can be an absolute game changer. Again, imagine what Pump Fun would have looked like if they put half their revenue towards a token, or Bonk, what that's looking like with all of that extra revenue going back to Bonk, which is a pretty cool feature. So that's how Infinion itself will actually benefit.
Awesome. I hope that answered everything. Seems like it did. I think there's a few more questions popping in there too.
Yep. So we were initially going to do Infinion, and it was going to be 50% to give back to the developers or whatever it was. But we decided we didn't want to force it on people, because a lot of people were just going to want your native Solana. So that's why we lowered the cha-ching function, but we upped the buy function for Infinion. So 10% of the platform revenue generated will just get distributed in Infinion. So if you're trading on the platform, you'll just get regular Infinion. And then, of course, the 50% will buy Infinion. Yes, and of course, the big holders get 5%. Because Joshua asked, but I was about to say, I know it's going to get asked.
Yeah, and Only Ups is going to have Lunar at the end of the contract still. I know there were talks of that. I think it's going to be LPF now. Is that right?
I forget what it was, but Lunar wasn't possible. They weren't able to generate enough contracts. I think Matt might be able to explain it. He ran whatever he had to run to collect those contracts in the background. We ran it for like 24 hours, and it didn't collect one contract with the word Lunar at the end. So Lunar just wasn't going to be feasible to have that at the end of the contract, unfortunately.
It's basically just like a randomizer, Matt, right? That it just trawls through, that you got to hopefully hit, right?
Yeah, that's basically what it is. That's what all the different, like if you see the Pump Fun, how they get Pump at the end of theirs, and Bonk gets Bonk at the end of theirs. They got a randomizer that's basically just searching through, testing to get addresses, right? And depending on how quick it can pull addresses, it builds up a surplus. So it has contracts ready to go for when somebody launches a token. If, let's say, they don't have enough surplus built up and somebody launches, then it's just going to give a random, right? So we noticed on ours that trying to capture Lunar was just not working. We would have had a negative surplus, and it would have been constantly, tokens getting launched that just has a random, address. But using LPF, we were able to gain a lot pretty quick. So that's what we elected to go with. That way we can kind of keep it all the same and have the LPF come out with everybody's contract.
Yeah, as long as it's our custom tag, dude, like whatever that is, I think it's very important that we definitely have something there,
Yeah, exactly. Whatever it is, whether it be Lunar, LPF, or INF, or whatever it may be. Yep, just as long as we have it to make it stand out. Like you said, whatever the tag is, it'll be what people see and people get used to seeing.
Yeah, something moons, we want to make sure we got that tag at the end that is undeniable.
Yep.
I'll jump in and answer Tim's question. He's talking about, will they be able to be bought and sold if not bonded? Of course. Like I said, once the token is trading on Lunar, I sell, do whatever you want to do. Now, on an ICO, during the ICO, while the timer is running, there's no buying and selling. You're jumping in with your soul, and you're waiting until the time. Once that initial buy happens, then it converts to a regular trading on Lunar Pump, and you can buy and sell on Lunar Pump. That's how that stuff works. As far as full live on Lunar Pump, you can buy and sell all you want.
Yep. Yeah, Matt was kind of was he breaking up for the rest of y'all?
Yeah, he was breaking up a little bit.
So, essentially, it's set up like a pre-sale. You can only buy while it's going on, but once the timer ends or bonds or whatever it may be, then it's free reign to be able to sell. and all that stuff. But remember, everyone got in at the same price. So you don't have that first person just waiting to dump on everyone and stuff like that. You can sell, but I mean, you're going to be at probably a loss when you take into account fees.
Yes, this is correct.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little quick. But yeah, and also just wanted to touch as well, the EVM side is obviously down right now, correct? That's being brought up to pace with the Solana side, right? Just
Yep. So he was the developer's roadmap was he had to fix something with the photo compression, which wasn't going to take long in the video, and I believe that said he was knocking it out real quick. He's already started working on it. And then we're going to get the EVM switch, which should not take long at all to get it up and running. And then we'll have a fully functional platform with the same exact features everywhere. Because obviously, that's one of our calling cards is that we're going to be a multi-chain token launcher. So while we do think the most success will probably come on Solana, we do want to have the option. Because who knows, if Solana side takes off, it may make the base or the BNB or the Infinaeon side take off.
And you never know too. Maybe the ICO function might be more successful on the ETH side for a while than on the Solana side, specifically, right? So you just never know, right? How it's kind of going to go. But if you ain't in, you can't win, right? So I guess that's the way you got to be. So yeah, and keeping it multi-chain, dude. Yeah, 100%, dude. I'm pumped. It's finally here. It's here, Matt. Matt, you must be very proud, sir. Are you happy where we've finally gotten here, dude?
Oh yeah, it's been a long process, getting to where we're at today. So very excited for can't wait till we have that first runner that just goes insane. Because I know what's going to happen. I know we'll have especially an ICO, we're going to have one of those that kicks off and
we lost him.
Is that Matt dropping? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think he dropped off. Yeah, and it is, and a credit like, hey, you boys too, congratulations. I think everybody should give a little mild pat on the back. Let's not go too crazy, but it's a big milestone, dude. It's like if it's a flagship product after like years of hard work and grind, and it's a long struggle, dude. And when you got to commit so much to things like this, and it's stressful, dude. Like it's all the things, dude. It's big business when you get down to it, dude. It's expensive. Financial stresses, family stresses, like there's a lot, dude. And you're constantly, like I always say too, when it comes to meme coins, and like when you got to be front facing like that, you always got to dance and make sure that like your community is like satisfied and they're happy and they're content, because community is so important, right? So you got to do all that. You got to make sure they're aware of everything, and then you got to deal with everything else on top of it. Like it's a lot. So I think getting to this point with all the products that have been made, everybody, community included, should all like be very happy that we have achieved this milestone, and it's time to really blast off here now. I know Joe's pumped. He's been very quiet.
Real quick, Matt just texted me and said he's in a very bad spot, so he had to hop off.
All good. We need to hear from Joe. Anyway, he's been very quiet. Joe,
quit gaming. Quit gaming, bro.
The only game I've been playing lately is Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon and Fortnite. No, but this is something that's been taking a long time. It's a lot of work. A lot of Sean arguing with devs going, be right back, and then coming back, and it's a lot of like going. A lot of people put a lot of time into this to make sure that we can have this done, and not only done, but once again done correctly. That's like the most important point of all of this, is to make sure everything is done and usable when we release it. We don't want to release something, take it back, go and fix it. No. We want to roll this out and say, now you can use it. We tested it. We tested it a lot. We had a lot of people go over it. We had a lot of people add fixes to it. We had a lot of people just make sure run everything on this. And once again, this is something that's really important, as well as have my vape charged. But yeah, no, it's really important to us to have this finally done and done correctly, which is the biggest thing of all.
Yep. And I mean, honestly, if you know someone launching a token on Solana, there's no downside to launching on this platform. I mean, there's only upside. There's a multitude of different devs recently that I guess you can say have been with the market, with the price of ETH and all that stuff. I'm getting tons and tons of video requests if you watch my YouTube channel. Been having a lot of token reviews, and a lot of the devs, all of them, most of them, I've already have a relationship with them. So I've been letting everyone know, like, hey, if you're launching on Solana, we have this coming up. So just getting it out there the best we can, because again, no downside. And a lot of the honest devs I work with, they do want supply control, because again, it's truly the only way to actually give yourself a chance. When you just let sniper bots and quote unquote Jeets get in at the launch, it's only a matter of time until there's that 70, 80, 90% dip. It's just how it is. So again, just huge benefits to our platform, being able to operate and launch on our platform.
Yeah, it's empowering diamond hands, really, I guess, right? That's what it kind of does when you think about it, right? So, and another way to empower the community, guys, I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but get out there and use the tools that we're bringing for this launch. Or like Sean said, Thursday seems to be the day that we're going for the big kind of kickoff here and push. So we're going to be getting ready. So anybody that's in the community, get organized, use this tool, get ready to blast it out. Literally 30 seconds, select what you want. Lunar Pump Fun, select your tone, select the link right here if you want, generate your post, select your image down the bottom after it's made, contextual cohesive post here, all about Lunar Pump Fun with all the correct tags. Select your image, copy it, paste it in. When it automatically, you hit X here, it'll automatically open up your app. And auto fill it with this. Here's an example. It's absolutely insane. Lunar Pump Fun by Infinaeon is a multi-chain token launcher and has BNB based Sol and more. Unlock unfair launches and sniper bots. Not anymore. See for yourself here, and you can re-roll if you like. So just get out there and use it. It's super easy to use. 30 seconds. You don't have to think about it. So use those tools. Get ready to go. And anything else. And of course, also Infinaeon store. Get over there and pick up some merch. Moonboy and Baby Draco, you saw how awesome they are. They're going to be even more awesome as we moon on here into the future. So get your early edition Moonboy, Baby Draco stuff, and Lunar Pump and Infinaeon, all the shebang. But and what you just saw there is obviously going to be an Infinaeon product that we're going to be launching here soon, called Social Swarm AI, which is going to empower any community to be able to create something like this for their own community, with loads of other extra features where you can replies, same thing, makes a contextual post that is to do with, basically it'll reply to whatever the input tweet is, and it'll make it, it'll respond to it and then upsell your product at the end and make it sound cohesive. You can add an image, and that's what X algorithms are looking for these days, is contextual, actual posts that make sense, and it encourages AI use and things like that. So this product is going to be rolling out Social Swarm AI as well as the handle on X. So go and give us a follow over there. It's going to be rolling out very soon, and that's also going to be tied to Lunar Pump Fun. And projects that launch off the back of that bond will get special promotions and stuff like that to be able to utilize Social Swarm as well for their communities, to give them that extra punch out the gate. And then also, you have Krypton calls if you want to tap into that market out the gate. You got 50% back on bond, so that's extra money you can use for marketing or for paying for services like Social Swarm with a good discount, right? I mean, most likely Social Swarm is going to be cheaper than a Moon Talk banner, something like that, right, for a month. So when you kind of put it in the context of crypto, it's going to be very, very accessible for crypto communities, and it's going to be really beneficial for them to hone their message and get more attention when they hit X. So that's going to be rolling out, and there's so many features for people to be able to give themselves, as we've said before, for us to obtain that crucial metric. We feel, while you don't have the volume, if you can't hit the volume metric, which we're going to be realistic, like we said, hey, 1% of the volume that's out there right now that any of the top 3 are making, we would be so happy to get that right now. That would just be a game changer for us, and that would just really take this thing to the next level. And that's what we're going for. But anything that we can get right now, I think one of the most important metrics that we're going to see coming up in the meme space is the success ratio, right? How many launches of yours are still alive? How many launches got over the million? How many this, right? That's kind of the real metric here. So in my estimation, I feel like that's the next phase here, right? Once the ICO feature is going to change the game in a way that new metrics are going to be going to start to rise here that are going to be like, oh shit, you know, when the success rate gets notable. The only reason nobody ever talks about success rate right now is because it's so low, you know, easy with the hard sell kind of thing, right? So it's like, yeah, no one wants to talk about success rate because it's dog shit, right? So when that metric starts to increase, then it will become a very sought after metric. You know, so that's kind of our goal with the ICO feature. If we see that metric starting to rise, and the more we can do to help it by offering and creating tools like Social Swarm, putting that safety bracket in there, giving 50% back, chitching function, empowering the community with these kinds of tools, helping them to save money and to gain more traction. Like that's where we want to be. And I think once people start to see that like projects over here have more success than projects over here, then you'll start to see people, all right, why is that? Like, why does that happen? And hopefully we'll be well out the gates at that point, and we'll be bringing something completely new to the table. And our marketing efforts that begin Thursday are going to really ramp up that. So we need eyes on. Like that's the number one thing we need right now is eyes on. So you guys out there got to help us achieve that, you know.
Yep. And of course, we're going to do like paid X marketing and all that stuff. But the biggest form of marketing is us. So like we'll set a time Thursday. We can kind of start the push, and we can just all maybe try to put out tweets at that time. Just get as many tweets out there as possible. Every few hours, have multiple tweets coming out. And yeah, just keep pushing it. Yeah. Social swarm coming out right behind it. And yeah, it's been a long time coming. It's been a very, like you said, stressful 2 months. We wanted to have this literally a month and a half ago. We wanted to have this ready. Obviously, it's such like a behemoth of a platform. Unfortunately, it took a little bit longer to build than anticipated, but we're here. It's on MainNet. We're about to go. And again, it's here. We're ready to go.
Yeah, and again, of course, back to product releases. I know, well, like you're just so hard on our asses every day. It's like we feel if we don't have a fucking new product coming out every week, you're going to chew us up in the chat. So, but yes, of course, another project. And the way it seems to go here, in my experience, is we come across a problem and then we try to create and build something that solves it. And if it warrants, and if it's successful and it, you know, warrants its own thing, then yeah, you better believe we're going to run it. You better believe we're going to launch it, and you better believe we're going to tie it back into the ecosystem to like, you know, strengthen this thing even more. And again, it's all about that metric, that community metric of success. We want to have success. So, you know, ICO feature that was born out of, you know, frustration with like launching tokens and, you know, getting rogue, getting sniped, whatever it is, right? And just not having like even a semblance of security whatsoever. Like you don't even have time to think before your money's gone, you know? So just even adding that buffer in, while Sean said, yeah, it's not a guarantee, but just having that in there is huge, right? And that was born out of that. Like this whole project was born out of frustration with the farce that was SafeMoon initially. So it's like start as you mean to go on, from what I could see. So anytime we come up against those kind of issues, it's hey, let's build something that's gonna do this. And then exactly the same. Social Swarm was born out of, well, Infinaeon, right? We were saying, how can we make it super easy, right? Because there's so many moving parts in Infinaeon, right? And there's so much to explain. There's so many products. We're like, how can we make this easy for our community to be able to like understand this, and then but then like without them having to like think for hours on end, or, you know, whatever, 10, 15, 20 minutes about a post they're going to make about one of the massive intricacies or whatever of Infinion. So we're like, all right, let's make something that make it super easy for them, right? And then we're like, wow, this has been a huge success. Now let's turn it into a product. And the question that just popped up there, does Social Swarm loop rev back to the ecosystem, or is it separate? No, there will be a percentage revenue dedicated towards Infinion, and any of these Infinion post generators that are bought, that are purchased, like are subscribed to, right, for their community, they will always have the powered by Infinion down at the bottom on the front. No matter, like, obviously communities will be able to customize their own front facing, just like we have, you know, Infinion customized here. And this is all going to be updated too. This is just our first model. But you know, it's it will always have the powered by, oh, hold on, let me actually, I wasn't even showing that. There we go. Yes. So sorry. And let me move that. Okay, so it will always have the powered by Infinion down the bottom here. So this is our own, obviously, customized Infinion one, but anybody that is going and subscribing into one, you know, to use this product, they will be able to customize the colors, the buttons, all that stuff. You know, they'll be able to add their logo in there. There'll be loads of things, and it'll look very similar to their website, but it will always have the Powered by Infinaeon down here at the bottom with a click-through uplink that we will be able to utilize to market and bring people on over to us, right? So it's going to be great for us having that extra marketing, and then you have that percentage of revenue coming back into the Infinaeon ecosystem as well, generating that, and then you also have the upsell at the end of Lunar Pump, pumping all that revenue as well back into Lunar Pump, and then also in turn back into Infinaeon. So the ecosystem just keeps expanding here, like more and more. But as things keep like tacking onto it, shit, we're turning into the trapper keeper out here, like fucking Cartman. It's so bad. But it's awesome, dude. It's great. I love it. I mean, I just want to keep building the ecosystems that can ultimately bring us all to financial freedom, dude. And that's like why I love Infinion in the first place, is that constant feedback to the community. Like that's gold in my opinion.
Yep. And you know, kind of like you said, this was born out of frustration. I kind of want to double down on that because, you know, a lot of successful products, just because there is an open in the market doesn't mean your product is going to be successful in any category or any industry. But what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish is a gaping hole in the market. I've been here since 2020, 2021. And ever since then, the retail investor has been getting screwed time and time. It's all that happens. And I mean, I don't know about you guys. I'm not a billionaire. I'm not a huge whale. I'm not that person that just sits there and constantly wins. You know, all of us right here and listening, we're all retail investors, and we've been getting screwed for years now. And it's time that a platform is actually put out that can actually give us a level playing field with our token launches. And that's what this platform does. So it's a must needed gaping hole in the market that we're trying to fill. It's just a matter of, again, of getting in front of people and letting people see the benefits of why you would launch on Lunar Pump.
Hey, oh, sorry, I was muted. Looks like somebody got a shirt as well. Only up. Sir, what shirt did you get? I would love to know. Curious. Lunar Pump or what?
There you go, Joe, in perpetuity.
In perpetuity. But that's the thing, and Baby Draco said it perfectly. We are all the average Joe, and that's what this was. This wasn't, you know, we didn't, you know, decided to make this into a situation which we just cash out and walk away. Because how many times has that's been done to people in DeFi? It's been done to all of us. If you're in DeFi long enough, it's been done to you. And, you know, we decided to keep growing and adding and getting bigger, you know, from a token to a blockchain to where we are right now with Lunar Pump Fun. We decided to keep adding and adding and adding. We say, why can't we continuously push the envelope and grow? Because a lot of cryptos, like I said, they cash out, they get lucky, they explode, and they still cash out. With us, we want to get bigger and bigger and add more and more and more. And this is what we wanted to do since we first all got together. We said, hey, what if we just kept pushing over and over and over again? Eventually, we feel like we're going to have something that's going to be a banger. And then once especially in crypto and DeFi, once you see something that goes crazy, like let's say a SafeMoon, anything made by SafeMoon would have been a banger. Anything. They could have literally released a Tamagotchi, and it would have been insane. It would have sold out.
Biggest fumble in history, bro.
It would have been insane. Yeah, and so we're here. We're launching product after product, and these are great products, by the way. These are absolutely products that have great use, and if any of them take off, which we feel like any of them can take off, what are we gonna do? We're just gonna keep growing. We're gonna keep getting bigger in perpetuity, which is like the greatest word. But that's literally what we're looking to do: just constantly grow and get bigger and add more. We don't want to cash out and then sit back and go, okay, everybody, we made it. Now you guys, you know, struggle. No. We want to grow. We want to keep push this experiment bigger and break boundaries constantly in it.
Yep. And you know, this is a platform. So we've said it before. We've built. We've laid the foundation. Now's the time for us to actually start pushing the stuff that we built. You know, we're probably not going to see any new products coming out because this guy right here, Lunar Pump, I mean, we're just getting started. We're about to start the video. We're definitely doing staking. A couple nights ago, the dev, myself, and Mike were talking about doing NFTs, which is very, very, very possible and actually not even that hard to integrate. So we can actually kind of, in a way, turn it into a NFT marketplace too as well. You can launch your NFTs on the platform. We're going to set it up probably to where you can also continue to buy on the platform. So once your token bonds and it goes over to Radium, you'll actually be able to continue to buy the token on the platform. Like, so we're building this thing into the greatest token launcher the space has ever seen is our ultimate goal, both in functionality, what it offers, and then of course with the truly fair launch options and different things like that. So we're here, we're about to get rolling, and hopefully the 117 people listening right now, you'll be able to say that you were here in the beginning of Infinaeon and in the beginning of Lunar Pump Fun. That's my ultimate goal.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm getting chills. I can't wait. We're ready to rock. Yes, sir. You got the bit t-shirt. All right. I love it. Right there. The bit. There it is. Looking beautiful. Huh? Look at that. I mean, we got a shot of colors down here that you can get. What color did you get? Only up. Let us know. I'm curious. There it is in black. Obviously, we got the navy. We got our lunar pump colors as well. I always like to add those in. Across the board, it's a good color, and it's our kind of Infinion color as well too. But yeah, nice tee, good call, sir. I like it. If anybody, I'm not sure if you guys know, but the bits are basically the Infinion chain NFTs basically, and they get, what are the numbers again, Sean? It's 5% revenue from any of the products, right?
5%, correct.
Yeah. So yeah, and they're all sold out right now, but there is some people in the Telegram chat that do sell them from time to time. It's a safe sell. Community members can assist you if that's something you want to do. And of course, you know, once the marketplace, NFT marketplace and all that rolls out, it'll be like super easy to trade and all that. Are they tradable right now? We still kind of got to do it within the community at the moment, Sean, right? Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. It still has to be done like kind of like through back ends, through us. I know I've done it a few times, facilitated some trades. I know Matt's done it quite a few times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. Yeah, and shout out to Mustafa there, our bit whale. And basically, here's a little bit of promo material that we have for the bits. There it is. Get your bit t-shirts now. I gotta get better at doing that.
I see Lily asking some questions, which love the name, by the way. That's my daughter's name. But I saw you ask a question above about buying. That's one thing that you will never hear any of us do, is telling people to buy, not to buy. It's always up to everyone to do their own research. But we've already been here for 2 years. We've been doing, Joe and I started doing this. It's got to be approaching 2 years by now, right? That we've been doing this. We started building this. Yeah, almost 2 years ago now. This product we're building, we want it to be one of the premier products in the thing. So yeah, I mean, are you asking if we're going anywhere? We're not going anywhere. We've continued to show up every single day for 2 years, and we will continue to do so.
Hell yeah. Tezzy Zig, 1 bit equals 100k Infinion. Hey, if you can get it, do it. Many of the have been here just as long too. That is
a lot of the community, we've been together prior to this, so it's been even longer than 2 years. Yep.
Yeah.
So we own Crypto on
us.
Cause Investing as well, which is a marketing company that we have. I also have my YouTube channel that you're potentially watching on right now, along with Joe as his. So we've been in this space for a very long time and have, a community and friends and all that stuff way before Infinaeon even became a thing.
This is a long-term hold, right? Yeah, yes, I would say it's definitely a long. I consider it to be. I mean, it's up to you what you can do. You want to do with your own investment, but I would certainly consider it to be my own personal opinion.
Yeah, we're looking to just like I said, this is something that is constantly, we're looking to have it grow and get bigger, and we're always trying to figure out what else can we do. We look at other platforms that are kind of competitive platforms like Pump.Fun, and we see what they're doing, and we say to ourselves, what can we do better? Can we do it better? And Lunar Pump.Fun, now exists, and it's like, okay, what else can we do now? What else can we add? An ICO option, which is unheard of, by the way. This is technology that's not installed at any Pump.Fun platform at all, and here we are utilizing something that's never been done before, allowing those that create tokens to launch without bots. I mean, who can brag about that? Nobody. We are sitting here with that amazing technology in our hand, offering it to everybody. And it does take time, and it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of money, and people, rightfully so, are angry because they want things done today. I want things done today. When people in the community go, oh man, this sucks, it's not done today. Bro, me and Sean and Pixel, we've talked to other people and said, man, we want this done now. It's just a matter of, make sure it's done and done properly. And of course, rolling it out and pushing that envelope that we see here compared to the other platforms, because we want to be better than the other platforms. We want people to see Pump.Fun and look at us and go, why would I even consider looking at Pump.Fun when Lunar Pump.Fun has what it has, but more. And same with the other platforms. We want to show everybody what we can do and how we can do it better, more efficiently. And of course, everything done out in the open with us coming out every week, week in and week out, talking to you guys, explaining to you guys what we're looking to do, what we're looking to grow, and getting your feedback and hearing when you guys have any questions, answering every one of your questions. Pump.Fun's not doing that. No one's doing that in anything in DeFi. But we're here doing that because we want to show you guys that you can be a dev team. You can get out there week in, week out, talk to your community. You can keep pushing the envelope. You don't have to create a token and be greedy and pocket all the money. You can take that money and use it to add and expand and grow. And that's what all this is. That's what all this has always been and will always will be. So we're really excited about that. And we're really pumped to offer that to you guys in the community.
But yeah, guys, get any last minute questions in. We're going to be approaching about an hour now, so we'll be shutting it down here shortly. But you're up to 120 viewers. We'll come up with a good time Thursday, and we can all start pushing this together.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm pumped as well, dude. Just ready to go. Got a lot of work to do between now and Thursday, so I hope everybody's going to do the same. Get ready. Get into the Telegram. Get your PFPs ready. Get used to using the software. Start pushing, promoting. Keep testing it, of course. You come across anything, let everybody know. Let's get ready to rock. Let's get ready to do this.
Yeah. Yep. That's pretty much said everything I have to say, Joe, if you're ready to take us out.
Alrighty, guys. Make sure to check us out this Friday for Infinaeon. I keep saying Phoenix Friday. Infinaeon Friday. Definitely check us out. We have social media. We're all over the social media. Once again, guys, definitely check us out on Twitter, YouTube. We are all over on X and YouTube, so definitely make sure to go check us out there, guys. I'm Scrigo Joe, Mr. Pixels, DeFi Sean, and we'll see you guys.